slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these stacks up. 100 mils a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. When a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my headlock. In the end zone with the mid out. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. You better call back up. Running me down the finish. Shot off, make it down to get it. Talk about that, come slide on with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty.
Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm gonna get we're gonna get about 5 more guys, and I'm gonna tell you I came up with a solution for going forward for guys out of town. During the regular season we good because you know, we put on autopilot, and you have the option of taking a fair sim game, or you have the option of autopilot, playing the computer. In the playoffs, I feel like you shouldn't have to play the computer, because if you got a team like Addison, a team that's 9-7, and then you have a Green Bay team that's 11-5, and Green Bay team is probably a little bit better. More than likely, even though Addison is at home, more than likely Green Bay, they're gonna give Green Bay the W. So we don't want no fair sims either. So I came up with a solution. Guys, tune in, and then we'll talk about it. Okay. So because this is out of hand, because you tell somebody, if you go out of town and you tell somebody you're gonna be back at a certain time and y'all gonna play by then, because that guy has a life too. You know what I'm saying? And then he probably sacrificed to play at the time you said you coming back, and then you don't play at that time. That's not good. Your word is everything. You know, I know things happen, and you know, but you know, I mean, we run the league now. So this is a business. I mean, at the end of the day, we play to play. So it is a business too. You feel what I'm saying? So and I understand that, and I respect it. That's why I'm going and giving my coming up with a new rule and play to help with this situation, because this is not good. Okay, so we'll see a couple more guys tune in. Let me see if a couple more guys tune in, and once we get to about 5 or 6 people, I'll go ahead and start, man. And it's very important that we got 6 people already, so I'll go ahead and start talking. And guys, just relay these message or tell the guys in the league to watch this chat, 'cause I know some people at work watch this video. I mean, because I know some people is at work and not able to tune in. So this is the deal. Addison pretty much been waiting since advancement, which week 17, to play Green Bay. Green Bay said he was going to be back at Wednesday. Green Bay really hasn't been reaching out to Addison. I kind of reached out to Green Bay because I have his number, and I told Green Bay to set up this game with Addison. The game was never set up. Addison said he reached out to him, but he never heard anything back from him on GroupMe. So I reached out to Brian, and Brian said that we had a game played today by 5. He said he was leaving early in the morning, which is Wednesday morning, and he's gonna be back by 5. which is understandable. You go out of town, that was a legal excuse. In the league, that's a legal excuse. You go out of town, legal excuse. In the playoffs, we normally wait because we don't want no computer game or no fair sim game because the computer is likely going to win, and a fair sim is a 50-50 chance. And if the team, like Addison's team, has a worse record than the Green Bay team, more than likely the Green Bay team has the better chance of winning that game. All right? Going on the road to winning that game. So, with that being said, they're supposed to play the game at 4. The time got changed to 4. Addison hits Green Bay up. Green Bay doesn't say anything. I have to reach out to Green Bay again because I hit up Addison and Addison tells me that he hasn't talked to him. So reach out to Green Bay. I haven't heard anything from Green Bay either. He just told me that he would be home soon. That he's gonna play. Okay, so Addison has other obligations. Now, you can't stop nobody's life. If you're going to tell somebody you're going to be here at a certain time and you're going to play and you get that person your word, especially he switched his time for you because you were out of town, you have to understand that, and you're not ready, and this man been waiting since advancement, that's a problem. So with that said, if you go out of town, and which is it's a legal excuse. It's cool. I understand vacation and everything, especially if we're going into the last season because we don't have long before we have to have this next season played before Madden comes out. Another Madden comes out. We want to be done by then, okay? So with that said, if you go out of town in any season and you're gone longer than a week or longer, you will have the option of taking your game with you and playing on your vacation. I understand people don't want to do that. You don't have to do that. I'm just telling you. You have the option of doing that if you're not going to be back in that week's time. If you're going to be back in that week's time, you get 4 days. In the playoffs, you normally get 4 days to play. So, if you're not going to be back between them 4 days, you need to take your game with you and try to play where you're at. If you don't want to do that because of a lag or whatever, you have the option of doing that or giving the person the force win. Because I don't feel like a computer game it needs to be played, or it needs to be a fair sim. That's the 50-50 game, and if you play the computer, more than likely you're gonna lose. You feel what I'm saying? Especially in a playoff game, if somebody's team is better, that's harder to play. The computer cheats, so I ain't gonna say it cheats, but the computer is hard to play. If you don't play smart football with the computer, you will lose. And if you play smart football, sometimes you will still lose. So with that said, that game, you will have the person that's out of town have the option of taking their game with them and playing on the road when they have some downtime, or giving that person the force win if you know you're not going to be back in that week or a week or that week that you say you're going to be. If you're going to be gone longer than a week, if you're going to be gone a week or longer, you have the option if that game supposed to be advanced in that 4 days to give that person the force win, or they can play the computer game. Or you have the option of giving that person the force win, or taking your game with you and playing it while you're out of town. Okay, that's what we're coming up with. That's gonna be the new rules going forward, because I don't feel like it's fair to the man that's waiting. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you came up with the time to play this man. Okay. And I don't reach out to Brian again. I haven't heard anything. So what's going to happen is, if he's not playing, because I give you, if it's in that 4 day period, and if we're in like season 2, and you're like, man, I'm gonna be back day 5, I might be like, okay, we'll wait for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a might. I'm next season going forward, I'm gonna try to stick to every rule. So that's a big might. I'm not guaranteeing that. That's like a 10% chance I'm gonna say yeah. So you might not want to take your game with you, because I'm gonna go back to old Corey. How I used to be. This thing, you got to get more stern. Them games we kind of gave away at the end, guys, just let people win games. We don't do that in this league. So I have to get more stern on the league like I used to be, so we can tighten up. We need to tighten up, man. So with that said, like I said, the man, you will have the option of playing that game, taking your game with you and playing it, or giving that person the force win. All right. And if you work hard to get to these playoffs, getting in the playoffs in our league is hard. So if you get to playoffs, you want to play that game. You feel what I'm saying? But it has to be reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to work with that person. At least reach out to the person, let them know what you got going on. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not, and it wasn't rushed. Nobody came. The only person that came on there is the normal guy, Dwayne, saying, when is this game going to get played? We already knew when the game was going to get played. But when it doesn't get played, what makes me upset is when the game doesn't get played at the time that you stated it was going to get played. That's when it bothers me, because the league has been waiting for this game. We could have been almost, we could be going to the draft tomorrow night or Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're waiting. You know what I'm saying? Because all the other games was played 2 days ago. So I mean, this is where we at. So everybody has to have some understanding when it comes to these playoffs. You know what I'm saying? If you're out of town, which is the month of July and August is where people take vacation, because the kids are out of school, and it's understandable. But you have to understand, we're in the playoffs, especially if we're going into the last season before the new man comes out. You have to understand that, look, man, you're going to have to either take your game with you or give that person a force win. All right, so that's how it's going to go. I hope everybody understand that. Big news big news coming. Super Bowl week. Soon as them games get played, the NFC, hopefully those NFC and AFC divisional games can get played tonight. And then tomorrow morning, once those games get played, because I got to work tonight. In the morning, I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna announce the big announcement for because that's the Super Bowl week. So that would be the NFC and AFC championship. Once the AFC and NFC championship is played, that might get played tonight. I don't know. So if that gets played tonight, Super Bowl week, I will come home in the morning, if it's in the morning, and I will announce the big news. It's big. I mean, it's huge news going forward for the next season, which I think is season 6. I think it is 6 or 7, one or the other. So y'all look forward to that, man. And like I said, that's gonna be the new rule for us, this vacation thing going forward, especially for the playoffs. Regular season, it's the same. If you go out of town, you take the person play the computer game will take a fair sim. That's for the regular season. Now I will say this: if it's we in week 16, 17, and a person got a bad record and they not making the playoffs, then I'm gonna get that other person to win. Or they have the option. No, it'll still stay the same. You play computer, because somebody might be trying to get in too. So you just play the computer or take the fair sim. If you have a guy that you playing that's went out of town, and you're trying to, we on week 16, you're playing for a playoff spot, then you have to have the same option. But once we get in the playoffs, that's when it changed. Okay. With that said, man, hopefully they play it. If not, at 5:30 we will advance, and the NFC and AFC divisional rounds will be up, and I will do the predictions and we'll move forward. All right. And until the NFC and AFC predictions, which should be soon, I will holler at y'all. Let's get it. Yep.